Hello dear children. Today in this class we are going to discuss lesson number 14, A Boy Juggling a Soccer Ball, written by Christopher Merrill. He keeps the ball aloft with a nudge of his neck, heading it from side to side, softer and softer, like a dying refrain, until the ball slowing balances itself on his hairline, the hot sun and sweat filling his eyes as he jiggles this way and that, then flickering it up gently, hunching his shoulders and tilting his head back, he traps it in the hollow of his neck, and bending at the waist, sees his shadow, his dangling t-shirt, the bent blades of brown grass in summer heat, and relaxing the ball slipping down his back and missing his foot. He wheels around, he marches over the ball, as if it were a rock he stumbled into, and pressing his left foot against it, he pushes it against the inside of his right until it pops into the air, is held over his head, the rainbow, and settle on his extended thigh before, rolling over his knee and down his shin, so he can juggle it again from his left foot to his right foot, and right foot to left foot to thigh, as he wanders on the last day of summer around the empty field. Lesson number 14, A Boy Juggling a Soccer Ball. In this poem, we have seen that the poet is trying to practice a soccer ball, and in the first 7 to 8 lines we have seen how the poet is struggling to balance the touch of the ball from this hand to that hand, from back to front. Okay, in this way he was trying to balance the ball. Then after practicing for a few time, we come to know that the poet was trying to relax, and then he sees in the shadow that his shirt was hanging and the blades of the grass was brown in color because of the heat of the sun, and his shirt was hanging because of the weight of the sweat. He was sweating because he was practicing in a broad daylight. That's why he was sweating, and because of that sweat his shirt got wet, and because of the wetness the shirt was hanging. Alright, and the blades of the grass were also brown in color because of the heat of the sun. Now in the next page, he wheels around, he marches over the ball as if it were a rock. Here also we can see that the boy is moving around the ball, making a circle, and then suddenly he was supposed to fall, but he kicked the ball with his left foot very high, and it when he kicked with the left foot, it went and stuck at the inside of his right foot until it pops into the air like a rainbow. From left foot to right foot, the ball pops up in the air. It was looking like a rainbow. Alright, and so he was doing this activity again and again until he becomes perfect in this game. So the main theme behind this poem is that practice makes a man perfect. So he was practicing the soccer ball so that he can be perfect in this game. So now let's move on to the exercise part. Choose the correct option to complete each sentence. Number 1, the poet compares the act of carefully balancing the soccer ball to a dying refrain because. Answer is A. The action of balancing was delicately repeated like the lines of a song. Number 2, the foremost feeling that the player shows is. Number B is the answer. Focus and passion for a game he takes seriously. Number 3, the use of the word juggle tells us that the player was shifting the ball and carefully balancing it from one foot to the other. The next page, page number 121, vocabulary A. Look at the underlined verb in the first sentence in each pair. Then complete the second sentence with the noun form of the verb. Number 1. I admired the speed with which the player passed the ball across the field. Number B. I was filled with admiration for the speed with which the player passed the ball across the field. Number 2. A. Anant presented his idea at the meeting. Number B. Anant made a presentation of his idea at the meeting. Next, number 3. Ravi performed on a big stage for the first time. Number B. It was Ravi's first performance in a big stage. Number 4. The police investigated the robbery in a week's time. The investigation of the robbery was completed in a week's time. Number 5A. All the members of the party agreed to the idea. Number B. All the members of the party were in agreement about the idea. Then from page number 121, question answer. Question number B. Answer this question. What does the initial action of the boy balancing the ball tells us about him? Answer. The initial action of the boy tells us about his repeated solo practice through which he learns to control and balance the ball on his hairline. Number 2. Explain how the ball is held over the head into a rainbow flick. The player uses one foot to roll the ball up the other leg and then kick it with the opposite heel, forming an arc over the head into a rainbow flick. Number 3. Which lines in the poem tell us that it was a hot summer day when the boy was practicing alone? The 7th line of the poem, the hot sun and sweat filling his eyes as he jiggles this way and that, tells us that it was a hot summer day when the boy was practicing alone. Now the line of the poem, the hot sun and sweat filling his eyes as he jiggles this way and that, should be in inverted commas. Number 4. Why do you think the field is empty? The field is empty because he is practicing alone. Next, question number C, same page, page 121. Number 1. Answer the question with reference to context. Number 1. He wheels around, he marches over the ball as if it were a rock. Number A. Who is the he in this line? Answer. He is the poet in these lines. Number B. Why do you think the poet refers to himself as he? The poet refers himself as he because he employs himself as an observer and as a speaker. Number C. Name 2 literary devices that have been used in these lines. The 2 literary devices that have been used in these lines are synecdoche and metaphor. Number 2. His dangling t-shirt, the bent blades of brown grass in summer heat. Where does the poet see his t-shirt? The poet sees his t-shirt in his shadow. Number B. Why is the grass brown? The grass is brown because of the summer heat. Number C. Identify the alliteration used in this line. The alliteration used in these lines are bent, blades and brown. So, do this work in your copy as well as in the book. Thank you.